This conversation now causing a lot of controversy. We've already, as a country, sent over $130 billion to Ukraine for their war there against Russia. The Biden administration now considering sending cluster bombs to Ukraine, according to Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley. During recent remarks to the National Press Club, General Milley said that the U.S. has been considering sending the weapons to Kyiv for some time, and that Ukraine has already received some of the bombs from other allies. We're joined now by retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis with me now to talk about this. And cluster bombs, will they help Ukraine win this war?
By themselves, no, they certainly won't help with the war, because it's not a dramatic change. It would be an improvement over what they have in terms of tactical application, but by itself, it's not going to change the dynamics any more than the presence of HIMARS did when they were first introduced, or any number of the other things that have happened throughout this war. But these things do have a lot more capability than a standard shell. A regular, it's called an HE shell, a high explosive shell, which is normally fired from 155, is basically a bomb, and it hits the ground and blows up. These are called dual-purpose improved conventional munitions, DPICM, and they mean some of these, they have this 88 bomblets that will come out of the shell when it comes over the target. Some of them will blow up in the air and shoot down metal shards and take out infantry or light-skinned vehicles. Other ones will actually go all the way to the ground and fire a shape charge into even heavily armored vehicles to try and penetrate the armor from above. So it is much more effective than just a single point target per shell.
Do you think that we're talking about this morning because people like to say cluster bombs as opposed to other expletives that they could replace from bomb? Or do you believe that this is just another example of America sending resources to Ukraine at a time when America is divided over whether we should be supporting this war and continuing to do so?
I mean, I certainly can't say the reasons why that the administration may choose to do things. I rather think that a good bit of it is that we've run out or at least run critically low of the standard HE regular 155 millimeter shells, and we just don't have enough. We can't manufacture them fast enough to keep up with the demand of Ukraine, and we have these DPICM rounds available in large numbers. The problem is they come with significant downside in that they have a certain number of what they call dud rate, anywhere from 1% to 3%, which means a lot of these shells land on the ground, these bomblets that I talked about, and they don't explode. And then sometimes other times people come across children or even other combatants, civilians later on, they stumble on them and they blow up potentially years later. And so the risk is much greater than a standard artillery shell.
Is this just another item because we have essentially given Ukraine everything we could give? I mean, short of air defense, is this the last in a long list of artillery that we're sending to that country?
Yeah, I think the only things we haven't sent are the long-range ATACMs, they call them, the long-range rockets, and then the F-16s. But we've promised to do the F-16s. We've indicated we're going to do those. And so I think the DPICM is one of the last things I'm aware of that's even been discussed. Everything else we've given to Ukraine, and we see it only has marginal effect on the battlefield, frankly.
Yeah, absolutely. It continues with no end in sight. Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, thank you for your expertise. We always love having you on Morning in America. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.